Aloha Spring Colorinos. Today I am here with beauty enthusiast extraordinaire
Extraordinary
Philippi.
Hi guys.
Dun dun dun. And today we thought, even though we both do beauty videos, we're going to take a slightly different slant, if you will, because something we both have in common is we are both married, and we both got married young, and we both get asked a lot about relationships and boys and marriage and whatnot. So that's what we're going to talk about. We asked you on Twitter what you wanted to know. I'm going to tackle dating and young relationships.
Boys in general.
Yes. And over on Nikki's channel, which will be linked at the end or below, we're going to talk about marriage and a bit more serious stuff, aren't we?
Yes, very grown-up stuff
so you
like
can
that.
have a whole range of love advice.
It's going to be great. I'm excited.
Let's go to the first question.
Okay.
This is from Alexa Loves Alfie.
Ah.
Yep. What should you wear on a first date?
Who wants to go first?
I'll go, shall I?
Yeah, go.
Well, obviously, you have to like assess what your activity is going to be. If you're going like kayaking, wear sportswear, but nobody goes kayaking on
That's
first
good
date.
advice though.
Yeah.
Kayaking wear. Yeah. Make sure
Yeah.
you know if you're going kayaking.
I always think go in something you feel really good in. You don't go over the top. You don't want to look like mental, so don't go too glitzy, but kind of casual clothes but with good accessories, I think is key.
I think that's a
Because
really
then
good
you're like,
idea.
I'm casual yet glitzy.
I like that. I'm casual yet glitzy.
Yeah, glitzy.
Ah.
I've made the effort, but casual, but with my
With my bracelet.
Yeah.
I'm good to go.
This shows that I'm
I care.
good for a second date.
That's
What about
good.
you?
Okay, my piece of advice is going to sound like a Miss America answer, but I actually really mean it. I think that you should go on a first date and wear something that makes you feel like the most comfortable, confident version of yourself.
Yeah.
So, if your comfortable, confident version, like me, is very like casual and comfortable, just do that look and do the best version of that. Just be you, because I really think it's important in dating to like let the person know who you are.
And if you're feeling like at your most comfortable, you're gonna like project a very like confident and good version of yourself.
Exactly.
Okay, this is from Mira. How do I get a boy's attention when he is so popular, aka famous, and you're nothing? First of all, you're not nothing. Just because you're not famous like this boy is, doesn't mean you're not nothing. You're the same. You're still a person too. As for getting a famous person's attention, that's tricky. I would maybe focus your efforts on someone who you know, rather than. I think you might be talking about Harry Styles because he seems to be your
love obsession.
your thumbnail. So I would say focus your energy on someone a bit more realistic, and don't think of yourself as nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with everything you just said, and then I'm gonna add to that. It's so fun to have like celebrity crushes and people that you like and stuff. It's very fun.
I love Harry
But
Styles.
I love Harry. Okay, I was just telling her, everybody says I look like a girl version of Harry Styles.
You don't.
She doesn't see it, I don't see
don't
it.
see it.
Strange. Anyways, but that's the first thing, and it's always good to remember that like just because they seem amazing, it's good to have a crush on them. You know, you don't know them, and I think that that's good advice to find someone in your life that you like, that you're attracted to, that seems like you would get along with them, that, you know, they make you laugh. That's always good.
For sure, yeah.
And
I think definitely have a crush, but don't focus all your energy, because your energy is precious, so
Yes.
use it wisely.
Uh-huh.
So this is from yours truly. What do you do if you and a boy like each other but you're both afraid to admit it? Someone's got to admit it, haven't they?
Uh-huh.
I'm always the admitter, actually.
You are?
Yes. That has backfired on me a couple of times.
Has it?
But it has also done well, because I told Matt that I liked him before he told me. So I think that if you're pretty sure that he likes you, then tell him. If you have, what do you have to lose? This is what I think. So you might lose a great friendship, so you have to think about that. But you might just lose like a bit of dignity for a day, but you can claw that back the next day.
Yeah.
So I think tell him, but I know that like usually the girl waits.
Yeah.
Are you a girl that waits, or
Okay.
are you a teller?
I was pretty much a girl that waited, but that being said, I actually agree with you. I think it's good to tell someone. It's kind of different because I got married so young, so Dan kind of came out
How
and
old
told
were
me.
you when you got married?
I was 20. So, yeah. I was the girl that kind of waited, but I actually think it's a good idea to say something because, like you said, I don't really think there's anything to lose in saying, like, hey, I like you. Like, is there
Because
something
if you
here?
know they like you, but what?
Yes.
You've got something to lose when you're really good friends and you're not sure if they like you, because then if you said you like them, it could be a bit like, oh, now that's an issue.
Yeah, now that's awkward.
But if he likes you as well, then just, jumpstart that and see where that goes.
I completely
Could
agree.
go down the love tunnel.
And you can end
That
up at the Love Shack.
Yeah,
It's a little
that's better than what I was going to go for.
place can get together. Okay.
Love tunnel sounds gross.
Well, no,
I meant like the ride, not like,
there's a ride called the Love Tunnel.
yeah.
Ah,
I didn't mean like.
don't worry. I didn't think that.
This one is from What's on Emma, and it says, I feel so pressured to have a boyfriend. I'm 15 plus and lots of my friends seem to be getting serious and I haven't even been kissed. Help. You go first for this one because I've hogged them all.
Okay, so I did not even have my first kiss till I was 16, almost 17. And actually my first kiss, this is so weird sounding, was at an audition, weirdly enough. But once I had that kiss, I had my first like real kiss like 2 weeks later. And I'm definitely from the camp of do not do something just because your friends are doing it. Like that's a pretty good blanket statement for most of life.
Yes.
But especially with boys, because relationships, I'm all for like fun and hanging out and dating, but it tends to get more serious than that because girls are emotional creatures.
Oh, yes.
Yes, so it's something that you don't want to toy around with and just do because your friends are doing. So I would definitely say not to feel pressured because 15 is extremely young and it will happen with the right person.
Oh, yes. Mine is the exact same. I didn't have my first kiss either till I was 16, almost 17. I'm never sure if I was 16. Oh,
Ooh, we have a friend. Yeah, Zoe.
hi. So we just had a tiny break because Zoe just popped in. Shout hello, Joey.
Here's Zoe. Say hi, Zoe.
Shout hello, Joey.
Hi.
My advice is don't worry. I didn't kiss anyone until I was 16, maybe 17. I'm never quite sure because it was in a school year and I can't quite work it out. But don't worry about things like that because it will happen and you will find that I don't look back on my first kisses that I felt forced into doing because all my friends were with any fondness or love. I don't regret them in any way, but I don't think oh, that was a special memory.
Yeah.
I just think don't give away those pieces of yourself when you don't really need to, and I don't think anyone has any less respect for you for not doing it. I mean, it's only the very immature that would, so I think have a lot of respect in yourself and don't rush into that because you will find someone eventually, and do it when you want to do it. If you want to do it now, do it. If you don't.
Yeah, and that being said, I remember being 15 and feeling like I'm never gonna kiss anyone. I feel like I'm getting older.
When I was 19, I sat at my auntie's kitchen table. I was like, I will never get a boyfriend.
Yeah.
No one will ever love me.
And then once you do it, you look back and you're like, wow, time flew, and it happens when it's supposed to happen. And like she said, don't push it at all.
Yeah, just let it happen.
Yes.
Okay, this is from Anna Felicity, and she says, liking someone in a different country is hard. Any advice? Do you have any?
I actually dated a guy in another country. And this was the guy that I had the first kiss with. That's him that I mentioned.
International.
Yes, international love. So we were on I was on a business trip with my parents and I met this guy there. We were there for 4 days. It was this work convention thing and we ended up kissing on the trip. And when he went back,
quick move, Vicky.
I moved fast. And when we went home, we didn't have Skype back then. We had AIM because I'm old.
I don't even remember AIM. Is it like MSN Messenger?
Yes. Did you use AIM? Oh no, I'm aging myself,
we had
guys.
MSN Messenger and AOL.
chat.
Yeah,
Yes,
AOL
okay.
chat.
Well, we had AIM, and so we would AIM each other, message each other, have phone calls, all that kind of stuff. And honestly, even though it ended up not working out, long story, that was how we stayed in touch. And we stayed in touch for a year and a half. And it's definitely hard, but if you really like the person,
Yeah.
it's doable, especially with technology nowadays.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say it's definitely hard and it's not as good, I would say, maybe, as having your boyfriend here all the time because there's a lot of things you can't do. You can't go on a date. You can't give each other little presents and all that sort of stuff. But there's technology, there's Skype, there's FaceTime, there's phone, text, email, letters,
Yes.
snail mail if you're really interested in that. But you can definitely make it work. And then if you've like spent that time like connecting and bonding via Skype or FaceTime or whatever, then you can decide whether one of you wants to move or you want to like plan a long trip or something like that.
Yeah.
So if you really like them, I would say give it a go. Don't just rule it out because they live far away.
Yeah, I would definitely say that the boundaries of like countries and states and wherever
I've
you
got
are
cringy coming.
broken down.
Got cringy coming.
Yes, tell me love knows no barriers.
Like it, but distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Distance does make the heart grow fonder. That was a good cringy
Nice
one,
one.
Louise.
Pop that on a Christmas
We
card.
got it. Pop it on a Christmas card.
This is from Oh My God Crazy Mofo XO. How do I get at Joe Sugg to notice me because I love him to pieces?
Oh, I don't know if I have anything to speak to this one. Do you know?
Yes, I spoke to him about this
Okay.
and he said, could you do a small video of a twerk and send it to him? He would like that. So, if that's you,
Twerk
there's your
away.
advice. And he's already noticed you because I read that out to him and he smiled. Good luck on your quest.
Good luck on your journey.
Another one.
Yeah.
So that is the end of our video with boys and dating advice. If you would like any advice on furthering relationships or marriage or love and all that sort of stuff, that is over on Nikki's channel. There will be a link below, or you can click on her face, or there might even be an end board, but there will be
Ooh.
options, so do take them. Go over to Nikki's channel, don't forget to subscribe and like her video as well, and I will see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!
Bye.
Whew, sorry about that. Wow, all the feels for that one. As Alfie would say, oi, put that on Tumblr. Yeah. I didn't mean to be quite so emotional. It got really emotional. Sorry about that.